Awesome stuff. Welcome to the first game in the set between Triple AOE in the even colors, as you can see, and Fugick in the odd colors. Awesome. There you go. This is a Category A matchup on Patagonia. Category A just meaning the highest average Team Elo after some corrections, of course. So these are definitely top tier teams. You're going to expect a lot of high level play here. It's definitely very competitive, I'd say. There's some very good teams out there. So let's see which of these teams is going to be able to win today. It's gonna be an awesome set. I can already tell you right now. In any case, I'm going to introduce the players here. We have DimeWin.tv, which smells like a Twitch streamer to me. Playing as the Saracens in the blue here, which of course is awesome. Well, we will be streaming you today, Mr. DimeWin. Then another Twitch streamer, or at least does have a Twitch handle. Chancellaro here playing in the green as the Huns. Then in the teal, we have El Paraguas con Hueco, if I'm saying it correctly, playing as the Berbers in the teal. Awesome stuff, love Berbers. Then in the gray here, we have Luito playing as the Chinese. Awesome stuff. Then on the other side, we have Carlos Esbelardo playing as the, that must be the Vikings. Yep, that is the Vikings in the red. Very good. Then we have Iskov playing as the Magyars in the yellow. Love it. In the purple, we have Franks for Corne. And then last but not least, we have Manuel Antonio playing as the Ethiopians in the orange. Awesome stuff. Not a single Civ that I'd say that really stands out as being out of the ordinary here. I think all of these are very strong picks on this map. If you ask yourself, oh, why they did not pick Britons, it's because it was banned globally, since both teams banned it. So that is why we're going to see some unusual archer civs here. Like Saracens, Chinese on this map. I would have picked Chinese on Kanagawa personally, because you get a bit more time just to secure your economy, which is always good for Chinese, but they're still a very good top tier Arabia civ as is. And Patagonia is basically Arabia, or at least like the old Arabia, not the new Arabia. You see, look, this wood line in the front would not be there. Now, of course, you can have a tricky generation as blue has here, but it's it depends, right? Now, let's talk about the maps here, shall we? Yeah, because blue actually has like a new Arabia generation area. He's two wood lines and they're all in the back, so yeah, I'll be happy with that. He's got a side gold, I'd say, but it's quite in the open, so it's not very safe. It's safer than this gold, that's far forward, as blue is also taking some... Those are not his piggies. Those are his piggies, I mean. These are the piggies for orange, and he will find them in a sec. But blue's pretty close as well. Imagine if he had scouted a bit more further, he could have actually found those pigs. That's another gold in the back. The berries are in the back, so I think blue overall, it's an alright base, I'd say. For orange, though, has berries for, which is not ideal, but and has a gold for it, but his main gold is to the back. It's close to this wood line, so you can secure this. So I prefer orange's position with some walling. Has some gold out there. So that is the thing, though. If orange loses control over this gold, there is not really a gold he can easily expand to, because both of these would be exposed. So we'll see. On the other side, we already have a pretty early wall here for red, and red's village doesn't have loom. Uh-oh. Very good from gray, so pay attention to this. This is very good from gray indeed. And red trying to quick wall. Gets the quick wall. Oh, he gets the quick wall. He does it. Carlos quick walls like a boss. What a play. Awesome stuff there. Saving that villager too, and now the wall will get up. Those things make or break a game. Well, he said red has definitely showed up to play today. Let's talk about his base. Has a gold quite out forward, but has a back gold, back berries. We'll be quite happy with that if he gets some walls up, especially here. We had something right there. I heard a chat noise. Okay, there we go. We had a pause. Something about a misclick, something. Blah 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 blah. I'm sure it'll be fine. Back berries, back gold. Carlos will be happy with that indeed. As gray and teal just kind of passing by the scout here. He's busy doing something else right now. Ooh. But Gray should still lose that fight because Red has more HP on his scout. Now Gray does have a back gold here, which is quite far away from the front, which you'll be happy with. But it's still, you know, it's still exposed. You always have to wall in Patagonia. Like, you always need some walling as the flank sieve, for sure. Has another gold right there. And a forward gold, which will actually be behind his walls. If he walls there, walls here, or there, you know, he'd be very happy. These wood lines are actually really nice for Gray. I definitely prefer that. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice base. Nice base indeed. Okay, yeah, the reason why I'm not talking about the pocket resources, because that's not where the aggression is going to come first. Often case, the scouts from, you know, because teams are coordinated, they are, you know, coordinating their efforts. Often case, scouts go straight to the flanks. That's where the first damage is done, which is why it's more important to look at there. Now, I'm not seeing any man-at-arm aggression from these players. I think they probably recognize how strong they are, and that most high-level players are going to be able to deal with a man-at-arm rush in a good way, for sure. That's why I'm not playing at that level, because I can still get destroyed by that, for sure. But yeah, so that's why most players at this level won't go men-at-arms. Although, if you can get away with it, if you can actually do some damage delay, it is definitely worth it at this level, because also, this level you make less mistakes. So falling behind at this level is more punishing, I'd say, than it would be at lower levels. I think that's the hallmark of high-level play, is that it's easier for them to close out play. And oh, great, tried to quick wall his villager, but that did not work out for him. Oh, that sucks. He tried to quick wall his vill like Red did, but unfortunately that did not work out for him. The villager did go down here, but Yellow is going to pay the price if he hangs out here. He wants to keep this open. But Gray, why isn't he making some spearmen here to defend himself? And now he can send the villager forward, should send the villager forward to plug that hole up, direct all the pressure to the left, which is where he is already walling. Okay, there comes the villager. Villager should get that wall up. Yeah, Yellow, he will not be able to push past that with 2 spearmen there. That's exactly why we make a few spearmen. See, those first spears makes a lot of sense. It really does. When the archers come out, though, that's when spearmen stop. You know, they stop having any use for themselves. Like, that's when it's like, yeah, no worry. But see, green, if the spearman hadn't been here, if purple hadn't been here, he would have tried to pounce on one of these villagers for sure by now. But he's not going to do that. Does get some hits in here on the hill on purple. So better HP on a green scout. So he can definitely win the scout engagement, hands down. If it gets to that. Great, chasing away a red scout here. Very good. The wall did go up. The spearmen are outside though, so you probably have to move them around. And Gray coming forward now with some archers as his deal. So they are taking the initiative. They are going for the offensive. And Red now ejecting his archers as well. Ooh, they want to go to this hill. Scout numbers for Yellow do look better, but more archers for Gray. And Gray and Teal are kind of separated right here. They need to take the hill right now. Okay, Teal pushing them away a bit. And there we go. We got our first engagement. The arch numbers are virtually equal. Scout numbers are virtually equal as well. It's all about micro right now. Who has the better micro? Not overextending. Staying together. I know it's easy for us to just sit there and be like, oh, yeah, that's easy. But it's quite difficult when you don't have a market up to coordinate. Right? Where's your teammate? You need to stay in each other's line of sight. You need to, like, macro behind this as well. Do things with your economy. Because one misstep and you could lose your entire army. On the other side, we have some archers going down here for blue. He will be happy. Orange will be happy with that. But orange and purple are not really close together with their army. So purple should probably join up with purple in a sec there. Few archer snipes for Gray. Gray's archer numbers are starting to look a lot better here than Red, because Red did lose some archers, and it's going to be hard for him to reinforce because his archery ranges are behind the enemy. Well, are behind enemy lines, now losing another archer. And Teal is wise to this. He's sending his scouts back to pick up the reinforcement, but that does leave Gray in a dangerous position. These are Magyar scouts. They have armor, they have attack. So even though it looks like the scout numbers are equal, they actually really aren't. They really aren't. And if Teal and Gray don't click these units and overextend, they could lose their entire army here. So they need to be very careful. On the other side, ooh, we missed a big fight there. Blue and orange engaging against each other. Green does pick off most of, if not all of orange's archers here. Blue does keep 6 archers standing, which is better for him. But green does lose a lot of scout numbers there. As red separated himself from yellow, and teal now pouncing on those armies. All the archers for red have gone down. Both flank players now losing their archers, which is unfortunate to say the least. And yes, I know fancy quick walls are nice, but still, macro, getting military numbers up are the things that win this game. Purple is going to send his scouts forward because there's no archers to protect, so he's going to see if he can do some damage. But in the meantime, yeah, Saracen player is attacking the archer range, and as you can see, is doing a significant amount of damage there. Definitely a better start here for the Fugick team, as they are trying to break into the AAAOE base. But there's still the scouts from Yellow. Yellow made a lot of scouts. And he's getting bloodlines right now. He's going to pounce on this. These scouts have upgrades. They are Magyar scouts. You get the attack upgrades for free. He's going to clear all of this up. This is exactly the fight they needed. Exactly what they needed to balance out this side. And there you go. It is even again on this side. Very good stuff. Oh, you should probably kill that archer though. No, okay, well, they'll get to it. They'll get to it. On this side, it's not that even still. I mean, these are Frank scouts, so they do have some extra HP here. Until you get bloodlines, then they're actually worse, which is ironic. But yeah, but orange is trying to repair this archery range here, and the blue is just content to just shoot this down. You know, I don't have to get in there and kill villagers. If I kill your archery range, your production is going to be way worse than me. It's all going to be about who clicks with the cast slates now. And yellow and red, they are pushing out here. Gray did lose some numbers there. Gray is not up to the next stage. He's getting archer armor right now, which is going to delay his cast slates. And red has already clicked up. So that's going to be dangerous on the gray side. If it looked good a second ago, I said, if you overextend and the Magyar player gets around to you with the Magyar scouts, you're going to be in for a dangerous situation. Orange did, in fact, lose his archer range here. Might also lose his market if he isn't careful here. Purple is hanging around here. These scouts have the armor upgrade. They don't have the attack upgrade. You don't get that for free. But yeah, the Frank player is waiting for castellates right now. Join up with some knights. But yeah, green is keeping very close here keeping close with blue. Also does not have any upgrades, but he's getting the armor upgrades right now, so I don't think that purple is going to get an awesome clear up on this side like red and yellow did. I'm also not sure what yellow's army is right now. I think most of it has gone down. Yeah, I think so. No, actually, no. Yellow is attacking teal. That's where he is. Sometimes it's difficult to see yellow on the map. But yeah, teal is defending. You do not want to let these scouts in. You cannot let these scouts in. Well, blue, realizing that he has clicked up to cast slates, that he probably needs to back up here, and that orange might be up. So yeah, you want to preserve your archer, so he's going to back off for now. And green is shielding the retreat. In the meantime, yellow is still trying to break in here. He's forcing some idle time, which is good. You know, all of this, you know, you're forcing teal to make a lot of houses behind this. There's still a hole right there, so you should still wall that up for sure. There he goes. Stone walls it even, just to be extra safe. That doesn't mean he can't drop 3 town centers here. As the spearmen for gray are finally going to go down. He probably found them in the corner. He's like, oh, let's scout with them or let's have some use for them. But unfortunately, it's your existence as a spearman is not very glorious unless you kill 5 knights. You know, at that point, definitely a hero you are. Liking the archer numbers for gray, but he is still only halfway up to the cast slates. He has to keep his army out there. House walls, but that's only going to delay the inevitable for just a second there. It's going to get tricky. He cannot let this army into his base, so he's house walling to the side just to make sure that red has to run into his TC to get through. Yeah, so red is going to back up here for a sec. It's good defense from gray so far. You don't want to take too much damage. He has to get the castles, get his upgrades first. More important. Crossbow now coming in here for the blue player. Orange does make it to castellates. Purple still hanging out with his scout, but as soon as these are crossbows, then that's not going to be an option anymore. Knight numbers seem quite equal, but there's some Magyar light cav in there as well. And of course, red already has the crossbow, so teal right now, all he can do is snipe reinforcements. That's all he can do, which is what he's doing, or he's trying to do, but red is wise to that, so he's backing up there. Ooh, but orange fighting just before he got all the upgrades there. Now has the upgrades. It's Ethiopian crossbows which fire faster than Saracen crossbow. But of course, the Saracens, they take out buildings, man. And by the way, so does Grey because it's a team bonus. But that is what I love the approach here from the Saracen player. Just destroy their buildings. Look at that. Orange has had to rebuild two of these archery ranges, and he only has 2 now. So his numbers are going to be behind as well. Only +1 armor on these cavalry so far. The Hun player still needs to get an upgrade there. In the meantime, red and yellow are pushing into Grey's base. So Grey is kind of forced into the same position as orange is. He's also losing his archery range on the front. He's had to rebuild them. Is also going for university. He realizes, I'm not going to boom, I need ballistics. That is a smart decision. I like that. Same here for orange, also got ballistics. Ooh, and purple tried to come in from the back here, but no, these crossbows, they actually have thumb ring, I think. Pretty sure. They fire quite fast there. Yeah, the army for green looking pretty good there. If he gets the +2 armor upgrade, it will be definitely a good job for him. Just keeping orange on his toes here. So we kind of have a similar situation where Grey is being pushed here by yellow and red. Doing a good job at defending it though with the Chinese crossbows. And orange is kind of in the same shoe. Kind of waiting for teal to come in with some knights there. He has +2, so he can actually make the difference. If he gets enough numbers, they could maybe clear up this forward force. It's definitely going to be yellow and red's job to pay attention to that, because Teal's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He wants to kind of pay back what yellow did to them in the feudal age. He wants to do that to them in Castle Age, which would be worse, arguably. Would be way worse. Saracen archers chew through buildings like it's butter, or cut through buildings like it's butter. That's the expression. Alright, well, Grey and Teal are confident enough to push out, but Red has the better archer numbers. And remind you, in the meantime, the Viking economy is going to be so solid behind this. So much better than Grey's economy. Like, Chinese are a great civ, but you can tell there's a vil difference too. Red has 50 villages right now. He's on 3 TCs. And he's hand card all this time. All this time, he's had hand card. Archer numbers for orange and blue look similar, which is better for orange because Ethiopian archers. If you got thumb ring, that is. Also, what concerns me about orange and purple's position is that orange and purple are not joining up forces here. So purple and orange are separated, and if orange goes too far out here, green might decide to backtrack and try to catch this army off guard. And these are still +1 knights. Ooh. He's getting the attack upgrade. Do you think he thinks he has +2? Because he doesn't have +2 right now. A really nice hill here for red and yellow to control. So they know that if they control this hill, it's going to be difficult for Teal and Grey to push out towards their base. As Grey is making a mining camp. But why? There's no gold here. There's no stone here. What's this mining camp for? And right now, they are forcing purple back into his base. Purple cannot fight this. He can't run around it either, because if he does that, then he will lose the front of his base. He's already evacuating his villagers because he realizes what will happen. And the thing is also, if orange pushes out too far from his base, like he doesn't know what to do. He's like, should I come help? Should I push out? That's why green has these light cap. Because if orange gets so far out, green will just turn around. They will back up. And they will destroy that archer army. And he sees it now. Yeah, there he goes. No? Okay, maybe no. Maybe they're just waiting for orange to come out a little bit further here. I mean, the risk is that purple will pounce on the crossbows for blue. So they definitely need to keep the crossbows together. And purple is always thinking about it. Always thinking about it. Yeah, if orange is separated from purple. So here, this might be the moment. This might be the moment. Purple is not close by. Orange is out of position. He's retreating back to a hill. Purple's knights are still a ways out here. Orange is going to climb the hill here. Green is trying to get behind the knights here. He's going to get behind, so orange cannot retreat anymore. He has to stay on this hill. But the knights for purple did do a good job here, backing up. Blue is microing up the hill. We're going to have a similar situation here. Purple now engaging the knights. The crossbows from blue. A lot of crossbows from orange have gone down. Blue is microing to the left there. A lot of knights from green have gone down as well, though. Look how many knights have gone down from green. This was a horrible fight for them. A horrible fight indeed. Blue now losing most of his crossbows. The surround is in. Much better for purple and orange. Purple turned on the production machine here. Look at that number of knights. That's 40 knights here against 7. Oh boy. On the other side now, they're still holding there, so there's not much to say here. I mean, gray and teal have stabilized, but man, that escalated fast. I don't know what happened there. I guess Ethiopian archers, man. Just no joke whatsoever. Green lost so many knights, and by the time that purple showed up, he didn't have the knight numbers to combat purple. That might have been, you know, the idea behind it was good. We lure orange out of his base, and we clear up his archers, and then we can win. In the end, it was the exact opposite that happened here. And now blue has to back up here, has to make sure he doesn't lose his crossbow numbers. He has so many crossbows. If they lose this amount of crossbows now, it's gonna be tough on this fight. And purple is gonna try to get the surround in. Blue is still microing back here. The micro from blue has been really good microing back, but he's up against crossbows and knights at the same time. If he lets these knights into his base, which is likely to happen, or not, I mean, orange will just break through, so it doesn't really matter. But blue does salvage most of his numbers there, which is fortunate. But now you have a problem, because green is far behind in the knight numbers here. And the thing is, green is not Berber, so he can't switch into camels to compensate for that, you know? Purple is throwing away a few knights here, but yeah, confidently pushing in with the crossbows there. And also, whoa, okay, how did this happen? Red making his way into gray's base. Wait, yellow is also here, killing a lot of villagers on the gold here now. But yellow and red are separated, and teal is here with a giant mass of knights. This might be the moment they've been waiting for. Yellow trying to group up here with red's crossbows, but teal is attacking red from the other side. And teal is also keeping yellow's knights at bay here. The knight numbers are quite equal, but the archer numbers certainly are not. Gray is sniping archer after archer. This is the giant fight we've been waiting for on this side as well. Gray took some losses, but I think this fight is much better for teal and yellow. Yellow and red losing all of their numbers here. The crossbows will go down. And teal will still have about 15 knights left here. If not 20. And gray is not even using his entire archer army to fight this. Red is not microing this at all. He realizes that this archer army is probably dead. I think he should have teal pounce on this right now. Because did lose a lot of archers there. Could still get some villager snipes. Oh yeah, Red noticed that. He's like, ooh, that's nice. That's nice that you leave these villagers here. It's like a buffet. Man, what a fight. What's going on the other side? Ooh, the gold from blue on the other side of his base, which, you know, was supposed to be quote-unquote safe, being hit now by the crossbows, and he's sending more villagers now. No, blue! Don't throw! Oh, there's so many villagers that have gone down in the last second. It's 22 vills for gray. It's 30 vills for blue. So even though gray and teal took a good fight, gray took a lot of damage here, though. He has an army, but he took so much damage. And blue, too, took a lot of damage as well. That's going to hurt their imp times big time, if they ever get there. I mean, blue has the food, which is always the difficult thing to get there, but gray does not. Look at that. Gray is not going to imp anytime soon. And purple has clicked up. Yellow has clicked up. Teal has clicked up as well. And red is an Imperial Age. Man, we even missed that. It's Arbalest now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think Gray's dead. I think Gray's about to die to this. They are taking a good fight on the hill here, though. Green surrounding the crossbows. I mean, this is the fight they need to take, but green, again, losing a lot of knight numbers here. Ethiopian archers, no joke, but they will all go down here. A clear before orange makes it to Imperial Age, because it's important, because you do not want that to be Arbalest. Orange's numbers looking a bit worse now. But yeah, I mean, what do you do at this point as Fugick? You are going to have flank players that cannot go to Imperial Age, because they simply do not have the resources. I mean, blue has the food, he doesn't have the gold. They're down to 31 vills each. Compare that to the flank players on the other side. 115 villagers for red. He's been out-booming his own pockets as well. That's Vikings for you, man. That's Vikings. Vikings' economy is insane. And now red is just walking in with Arbalest. It's going to be Arbalest versus crossbows and knights. The purple player is going to imp, so you will get the last armor upgrade, but it's just... Did Fugick take too much damage there? They had such great positions, but then they lost. They lost 2 fights there. I mean, at least that one big fight on the hill, you know, that forced green and blue to back up there. And now blue took a lot of damage there. Gray is still taking a lot of damage. Teal is taking damage to this. He can't fight this. But Teal is running in. Ooh, okay. So Teal now running in, trying to kill the monastery. Well, it's not Lithuanian, so I guess killing the monastery isn't the objective here. It has a pretty big knight army here. Could run into the economy and maybe do some damage there. It's going to force yellow, yellow to come back here. It might even force purple back, especially if purple's economy is about to get hit. There's a hole right there that will not get fixed soon. Purple does react to this. He is aware of this. He's trying to plug that hole with some palisades in the house, but still there's a hole. He's still going to take some losses there. Let's see what he does with his knights here, if it backs up here. I don't think so. He probably said, yo, someone saved me, and yellow is on the job here. The purple is taking some losses there, but purple's already an imp. He can still spam. He can get slinged as well. In the meantime, red is just destroying everything. He's not even microing this. He doesn't care. You know, he knows, like, I'm gonna destroy. I have ballistics. We're fine here. Yellow now retreating with the knights here to come save purple, but purple could still lose a lot of vills there. That is the Frank economy on the... And those are now... Cavalier with the last armor upgrade. Yellow doesn't have that upgrade yet. He's still only halfway. Oh boy. Purple is going to take a lot of damage to this. That is going to definitely weaken the push on the left side. And yellow is forced to take a fight here, but he can't really engage against this. And now suddenly purple is down to 75 vills. Has lost 30 vills in the last 5 minutes. Blue is stonewalling on this side, but yeah, the position for orange is really nice, and he has Arbalest, which blue does not have. Blue did click up to the Imperial Age here. Purple now sent his knights back. He realized, okay, yeah, yellow's not going to be able to do this on his own, and now there's enough numbers here. Teal's army will go down, even after killing that many villagers. You can still kill some vills in the woodline, but yeah, now you see, numbers still matter. Numbers matter, even though it's only +2 on your knights. And the army for Teal does get cleared up. In the meantime, they did clear up red, but yeah, I mean, gray's dead. Like, really dead. He's down to 29. He's still on 29 vills. Similar situation with blue, and we've seen it so many times, you know, when the pockets have to fight against archer units by themselves, with no support. With no range support, because their range partner couldn't afford it. And that is the moment when the other flank can just say, well, no range support? Okay, we'll make pikemen. We'll make halberdiers. Why not? And why not? Indeed. Why not indeed? Blue is trying to repair this still. Yeah, but it was a valiant effort. It definitely was. You know, Teal is trying here, trying to spam as much as he can. Green is getting Imperial each even. You know, he's going to get Paladins. So they're definitely still trying. If this Paladin upgrade comes in and purple is not here, he might be able to surround that army and destroy it completely. Paladin will definitely do it. But yeah, purple is on the way back here. Standing in a Cavalier. And I think with Cavalier in front, this army is too dangerous to deal with. That is, what is that? 70 Ethiopian Arbalests sitting in your base. It is a nightmare situation for every player. Yeah, Teal is trying to get a castle up in the front here to stall out the push a little bit. But yeah, now it's pikemen and arbalest and cavalier. And look how many Magyar cavalier that is. Oh, man. And the Magyar player can get paladin as well. And purple is now here with the cavaliers to shield orange here, which is gonna push blue further and further into the corner. And the thing is, when you're both stalling, it's the same as the first game of the last set. If you're both saying, okay, we're holding, how are you pushing? And both sides are saying that, it's kind of you're kind of in a troublous position. Paladin now in here for green. This is about the best fight that they can take. This is the best fight they can take right now. Green is trying to get around the arbalest. Orange is going to bunch them up as good as he can. Still microing here like a boss. Purple is going to distract with his own cavalier. Blue can't really contribute too much. He's trying to get in range of the arbalest. A lot of cavalier have gone down. Paladin are still no joke. Blue should delete that to make sure that Orange can't use that to bunch up his unit. Looks like Orange might actually lose a lot of his arbalests there. A lot of arbalests are going down there, so it's definitely not the scary Ethiopian army now. But look how many paladins have gone down as well. And I know green is the only player with an untouched economy here. Well, teal and green. But that is fast going to change. The raids are coming in here. So even after they clear up, if they clear up this Arbalest army, which they will clear up, that doesn't save gray. That doesn't save teal from the raids here. And oh no, just as he's getting a castle up on the hill, he just immediately responds to that. But now he realizes it's crap, the raids are gonna get in here. Because yellow realizes, I got my army, I don't need to reinforce that anymore, it's fine. We'll just raid. We'll raid him to death. If the pockets cannot spam any more military, then it's over for them. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed by how long teal and green are able to keep keep their flanks alive, because I think in a similar position, a lot of the teams on lower levels would have already died to this. Like blue, the fact that blue and gray are still trying, they're still making crossbows for one, is unique. But the thing is that the vill counts aren't there. You have less than 40 villagers. This is it. If he loses this army, it's over. And now they're fighting under a castle as well. There is no siege here. They do deny the castle for orange. That's nice. Luckily, crossbows are fine in killing Arbalest, as you can see. Orange is losing a lot of numbers there. Blue actually makes it to Imperial Age finally. That took a long time. Is that because he lost his town center? I think he lost his town center, didn't he? But yeah, these crossbows do absolutely nothing against the Cavalier. They have 6 pierce armor. They do 1 damage. That's nothing. That's literally nothing. And Rams now going forward for the Viking player. C-Trap would definitely spell the end for Grey as we know it. I mean, they're still holding. They're still holding, but the thing is, holding isn't enough. It just isn't enough. As Yellow realizes that Teal has been on gold here, he's going to send in some raiding units to kill this off. There you go. That will be the end of that. Castle will be trapped down in a sec, or rammed down, because siege ram now for the Viking player. Oh man. And the orange Arbalest spam, not letting up. Did Grey get to Imperial Age as well? Grey got to Imperial Age as well. He's getting Arbalest right now. He's getting Bracer right now. It's just he has less than 50 vills. 36, and that's going to go down even more now because the raids are coming in. Oh man, I'm surprised that they actually made it to Imperial Age. That is very surprising to me. That must have been some sling from the pocket players to help them, because they could not have had... Grey definitely didn't have the food economy here. Red gets a castle up here. Teal tried to deny it here with some SAR, but he has to run away now. Try to find some raiding elsewhere. Looks like the AAAOE team is also starting to set up some trade here. They will have to delete some walls, because otherwise it's going to be very inefficient. Green sending in the raids here. Sending in a bunch of Paladin and Lightcap into the base for Orange. Orange does not stop that whatsoever, so they will make it in. Also raiding the stone. Is this a chance for Fugick? Can they still do it? I mean, I doubt it. Especially since green is going to lose a lot of vills there in a sec. Blue now losing his Arbalest army again. And that is not an army you can replenish very often. I mean, look at the resources for blue. There's no way. There's no way. Purple knows it. He can just dive this, kill this army, and then blue is dead. Blue is absolutely dead. Orange is kind of dying to this as well. Like, orange has nothing to deal with this right now. You know, green is just destroying his economy. Orange's vill count is now still 99. It's good as it gets. Still, this darn castle. They've definitely had some trouble with this. Like, this castle is definitely saving Grey and Teal for now, because it's a really nice position to hold. Pikemen don't do very well once the Arbalists are camping this position. Teal sending in some more raids. That's a lot of hussars. Teal will have to deal with that. He is already paying attention to that. He's walling up this gap to make sure that yellow cannot get in. Green still raiding. I can't believe that Fugick is still in this. Like, they're still trying. But I mean, now green is like, you know, his entire base is getting overrun as well. What's the vill count for green? Like 57. And it's a valiant effort as they dive to get the trebuchet, but they won't get it. Will they get it? No, they don't get it. The castle for Teal will go down. And at that point, the defensive position that they had here is lost. These stables will go down to the siege ramp. Teal, the only person with the economy unharmed, will get raided, and they realize it. They called it GG, and what a first game that we have. These teams showed up to play. There were so many swings in this game. It's like a highway, and my God, GG. What a game. Let me update the scoreboard there for just a second here, as AAAOE-A takes the first game here. 1-0. Wow. Now, if people were like, oh, you know, category A, there's like, that's just like Team Elo is meaningless. You can tell, right? These teams, these are great teams. They are very evenly matched. Fugick and AAAOE, they showed up to play today. I honestly thought that that Fugick was dead long before this. Once Blue and Gray were kind of dead. But the Pockets stepped it up there, carrying their team to at least live another 10 minutes. They were killing a lot of Vills, but unfortunately, just the insane aggression here from AAAOE would not let up. The economies were just too good behind it. And if both your flanks are dead, it's really hard to push anything, which is difficult indeed. Besides no trade, so wow. Do we want to see the statistics? I think we do. Let's have a look at them, shall we? Wow, look at the KD there for Yellow. He got a lot of kills there with Magyar aggression. That is also Vil kills and stuff from all the raiding that he was doing. But also, yeah, Green got a lot of kills. Teal was forced to spam in a lot of Hussars into Pikemen, which definitely hurts your KD. I think his KD was better before that started happening. KD for Red is actually pretty equal. I think that's because of the Pikeman play. Like, they thought Gray is dead, so we'll just spam some Pikemen, right? And then we can easily win that. But Gray actually got the Imp, got some Arbalest out, and the Arbalest were eating up the Pikemen, which is why the KD for Red is not as good as you'd think. KD for Orange is also not as good, because he lost a lot of villagers there to the raid from Green. Oh, that's an even KD. But, like, you can tell by the KDs how close this game was. How close this freaking game was. It was so close. Man, we're in for a banger of a set here. I'm pretty sure about it. Look at the food economy for Teal. That is why he could carry Gray and keep spamming units to keep him alive there. Lots of gold collected as well. Good wood economy here for Red. That makes sense. You're an Archer Civ. Yeah, we had some sling going on, but actually not a whole lot of sling to the players there. Look at that. That's not a lot of resources. So they actually managed to get at the Imp pretty much by themselves, which is impressive to say the least. Really nice boom there for Red there. 150 Vills pretty much. I mean, he didn't end up with that number. He probably deleted some, but that's a sick boom. Vikings are no joke. No joke indeed. 142 from Teal though, and 138 for Green. Definitely the Pockets stronger boom overall than the Pockets from AAAOE, and that might be concerning for continued games, because if it is more balanced, right, with Gray and Blue also being in the game, then the better booms from the Pockets from Fugick might just get him the win in the next game. So we'll see. We are going to go to the home map from Fugick here. I'm excited to this. Let's see what that will be. That will be Kanagawa, if I'm correct in that. Yup, that will be Kanagawa. Awesome stuff. So, buckle up, buckaroo. Here we go. And will it load? Yep, there we go. Awesome stuff. Welcome to the second game. The second game of Fugick versus AAAOE. We have gone to Kanagawa, the home map for Fugick, who lost the last game here. So, in any case, they also want to try to tie this up, to beat AAAOE, which is a really strong team. This is definitely a very even match, very high-level play that we have here for you today. So, let me introduce the players first, and we can start talking about Kanagawa and what strategies work best on that map, or what we can expect from the players. In the blue here, we have Suri playing as the Khmer in the blue. On the flank. Alright. Well, Fugick going for the Khmer. They must have had some sort of strategy prepared for that, so let's see what that's going to be. In the green, we have Cumin for Schwander, who is also in chat, if I'm pretty sure. So, say hi to yourself there, Schwander. Playing as the Cumins in the green. Yeah, Schwander is laughing about it. Yeah. In the teal, we have El Paraguas con Waco playing as the Lithuanians. That was expected. They explicitly banned that Civ so they could get the Civ, ban it for the other side so they could pick it, because you want the relics, which we will see in a sec here. Then in the gray, we have Lueto playing as the Italians. Interesting pick indeed. On the other side, we have Carlos S. Bilardo in the Vietnamese here. Playing in the red. Thank you. And thank you there for the follow, El Paraguas, who is probably the teal that we're looking at here. So that's good as well. You can watch yourself play here. Definitely played really well there last game. Gotta be said. Let's see. In the yellow here, we have Iskov playing as the Sicilians. Interesting stuff. Oh boy. Then here in the purple, we have Cornet playing as the Persians. A very strong pocket Civ indeed. And then last here, we have the Malay. Okay, interesting indeed. Strategy, I don't think so. Well, we'll see. In any case, bringing in a boar. That will be fine. I love how everyone's just basically using that firing technique nowadays. It's just so nice and easy to do. And it's funny, right? Because for years, for almost 20 years, people played this game, never fired on the TC with the boar, at least not consistently. And then suddenly last year or something, everyone started doing it. So that's and yeah, he missed choice. Right. What should I do now? Oh, right! I need to talk about the map before I forget. And what is Red doing here? Oh, Red is stealing some sheep. It could actually steal another sheep there if Gray doesn't not paying attention to that. Ooh, that sheep is lucky. Now, let's talk about Kanagawa, shall we? If you have not seen this map, which unlikely, but still. For those who haven't seen it, here we go. Kanagawa is all about the gold in the middle. It is double golden pit / gold rush, basically. You have 2 golden pits between the opposing flanks that you want to control for the late game gold. It's ironic to me that a lot of teams have been picking poles on this map, which is like, but why do you pick a Civ with a gold discount on a map where there is so much gold, right? That unless you're like, okay, but I have more gold so I can spam more units. But, yeah, In any case, what I like about this map a bit more than the normal golden pit, as the Fugick scouts are pushing away Manuel Antonio. What I like about it is that normally what you see, a lot of the times, people just come forward, drop a castle, and boom, that's the game then. If you want a castle in Kanagawa, there's no stone around your town center. You'll have to go to the middle there. This is all the stone in the game. You have to take a risk here. Most of the case, people town center this as well. Even castle, the first castle will go up on the stone. Just how important that is. Getting the stone, and if you then have the stone for castles, you can start dropping castles here, which is pretty sweet. Now, also, all the relics are here as well. There's 7 relics, as you can see. Which is why, if you're Lithuanians, you can get those relics. You can get that extra attack on your knights, which is a predictable strategy on this map, I'd say, but that doesn't mean it's not strong. It definitely will be strong. As Gray's never going to find those sheep. I don't think you're going to scout the corner. Unless he turns on the auto scout. The auto scout will find it. It will find it. It loves corners. So that's actually... it would be better would be better than if you did turn on auto scout. I'm just joking. I don't think we're going to use a lot of auto scout in the team game. There's just so much that you can do with your scout yourself. Now, this is actually pretty interesting. Like, normally I don't really talk about the resources for the flanks on this map because they're quite far apart, which is why I like Chinese on this map, because you have a bit more time to wall up. But Red, he has gold quite right next to each other, and that could be a problem. If pressure comes in and he gets kicked off of both goals, there is no gold to fall back on here, really. If you want more gold, you have to go to the middle, but if you lose these golds, you won't be able to produce the archers to go to the middle here. So, Steel's kind of hanging around the barracks, but he cannot snipe that Vil because it does have loom, so he knows that. Also, the walling for Red, I don't like it at all. Why aren't we walling to this wood line? Carlos! Okay, well, you guys know I'm a sucker for good walling. Like, I'd prefer it if you just walled that wall there. He has to wall this anyways. Now he also has to get this giant wall up. But Red... He waited until the last moment, now forcing red to try to get this villager up. Oh, is he going to quick wall? Because he's not going to get to the town center in time. That villager will go down, and a nice snipe here for Teal. He's like, yeah, you quick walling, mister. You're not going to get that quick walled in. Teal's going to go right for the next fill, but of course these villagers do have loom. But remember, Teal's in the feudal age. He can still snipe villagers, so red already pushed off a gold here. Not a good start for red at all. Does save the vill this time though, so Teal's even stealing the sheep a bit. I bet he's seeing if it gets converted back, he'll kill it. That's what he's thinking about. But yeah, he'll have to run away now. That's why. Yeah, is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? He's waiting for it to be converted. Now he's gonna go back and boop. There he goes. And now you don't have the food. I mean, at this point, it's feudal age, so food isn't the most important thing anymore for the flank players. But that was kind of funny. A little bit of delay for red. Still being delayed here. Is he gonna get another vill? I think so. And boop. Man, see, this is why we don't auto scout on team games. That one scout did all of this by itself. One scout snipes 2 villagers, kills a sheep, idles a lot of other villagers. This is why we use our scouts. One scout can make the difference there. A really good start here for Teal there, being very active with his scout. Red will probably be kicking himself for letting that scout in. You know, he seemed like a friendly feller, but looks can be deceiving. I like Blue's giant wall here. I mean, it will go up. His woodline is actually very safe behind it. His gold is to the back, which is nice as well. His other gold is out here, though, which is unfortunate for him that it's quite far forward. But the wall is up. I'll be happy with that. And right now, you know, teams keep their scouts a bit at home, you know, giving the flanks a bit of time to wall up. The wall for orange is actually kind of weird. Like, it's kind of open on this side, so the wall is... there's a lot of space here that normally isn't there. Now the archer ranges are kind of on the other side, so it's more difficult to reinforce the middle from these archer ranges, which might be a problem later. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's hard to know how this game is going to go from just the opening stages of the game, as Red is pushing out a deer there. He might still go for them because these deer are right next to the mill. I think it would be a waste not to mill that. And also really handy for Red, these deer are running through this hole. This archer running through this hole, so you might actually notice that. You don't want to have that hole in a second there when archers show up to your base. And archers are here. Scouts are here. Golds are forward. Teal has scouted that. They are like, we need to push right there. We need to pressure right here. This is the most important spot to pressure. If we can kick Red off a gold here, then we have a game-winning situation already. Well, Yellow knows that. He's going to try to get around, but unfortunately for Yellow, this time he does not have Magyar scouts with extra attack. He has Sicilian scouts which do well against spearmen, but they don't get any bonuses versus archers because archers aren't a counter unit. Okay, Blue saving some of the archers there. Purple was not able to snipe those. Green losing a scout there as well. Blue's just hanging out here on a gold. Scout numbers looking a bit better here for Purple, but there's no archers to reinforce. They are on the way though. Melee archers. Now, I want to know, did Orange... Orange actually used the melee bonus. He went up later to the feudal age, but still arrived in the same time. But then you have more villagers. So look at that. He has a 3 villager lead over everyone else right now, which is pretty good. Melee economy is no joke. That is actually a really solid eco bonus going up to the next stage faster. It really is. Got some market walls now from Red. Deal with a lot of scouts this time. That's a lot of scouts indeed. They want to break through here. If only they had Saracens this round, you know, that would have made it a lot easier to break through this wall now. Yeah. Gray's archer numbers looking better here as well. Red is still trying to get the market walls up, and he's defending with markets right now, and he's not Saracen, so that is expensive. Teal's still trying to break through here. Sniping that villager is going to make it more difficult to reinforce there. It's deleting that wall, and there's a hole there. Oh. I'm not sure if that was intentional here. I'm not sure if that was intentional indeed. I think Red wanted to plug that up, but now there's a hole in your wall. Now there's a hole in your wall. Oh, the house wall, but that is not strong enough. There's a hole now, and Red red is going to have army in his base in a sec here. Yellow is outside, cannot reinforce in the front. A villager going down, and they going to go straight to the gold there. Yellow breaking, well, he's let in by red, but now gray is going to sit on his gold, and now you have no gold. This is so dangerous to begin with, and now the army is in. This archer army right there, that is what you have right now, because as you can see, red doesn't have a lot of gold to make more. So yellow, they realize they have to fight this. He did get armor on his scout. Teal did not. So the scouts for Teal are going to go down. Red with a good micro here, sniping most of these archers. And gray is going to lose these archers. So I think red and yellow with a solid defense are saving saving red. Because this could have been really bad for red if he had been pushed off a gold forever. This is why Kanagawa is such a difficult map, because it takes a while to reinforce. Defenders always have an advantage. You can reinforce much more easily. On the other side, we have purple and orange trying to break into blue's base, but blue got up to the castle age as well. You know, so did orange. So it's going to be crossbow v crossbow, which is why orange is not running away here. But yeah, orange score looking pretty good for orange. He has a better economy than blue for now. Also, the thing is that Khmer are not the best archer civ. They are technically a quote-unquote cavalry civ. Oh no, did green actually go for a second town center? He did not. That makes sense to me. It makes sense. You know, what I was thinking when I saw the Khmer pick, I thought maybe the Khmer player is going to go for a lot of scouts, right? To compensate for the fact that green is going to go for a 2TC boom. Like, if you're going to do something like that, that might work. That might prompt orange to make spearmen, though, which of course would end that quite fast. But still. Now, unfortunately for green, because he started building this town center in the feudal age, it's going to take forever to get up, and orange just figured that out. And orange is sending his crossbow over. No, Shwanda! He realizes it, and he's like, why isn't this fucking thing going up faster? But nope, it's a second TC. Only now that you're in the castle age will it build faster, and it doesn't go up, or green has to run away with his fills. Does get away for now, but purple is going to chase that with some scouts with upgrades. That town center is not gonna go up for a second there, and now orange and purple have a nice point to attack for now while they wait for more numbers. And hi, Luke, how you doing, man? Still chasing around some is being chased, by some yellow cavalry there. It's me, the Portuguese from CBA. Yeah, right. Freaking Portuguese, man. Portuguese can be really good at CBA, though, if you can finally master the organ guns. Organ guns are a sick unit. You just never see them in competitive play because it takes a while to get them to master. But once you have 60 of them, they kill everything. But yeah, we don't have Portuguese in this game. Now, I thought maybe we'd see Portuguese in this game, but I think they're going to save that for the next game. Green does delete the TC. He doesn't want to lose the resources. Luke says, they are only that. I had no experience on CBA. Well, rip to the organ guns then. Ooh. Purple can't fight this. He's just kind of like trolling around, keeping blue at his base. Blue is busy killing this now, which means blue is not going forward, not trying to take the middle, which is actually orange. It's orange who is going to take the middle now with the town center. And blue, he wants to do the same thing. He wants to push out, but that's not going to work. There's still a crossbow army in front here. Not enough knights from green to fight this. Purple has made much more military here with his Persian economy. Let's have a look at the vil counts here, shall we? It's 54 for blue, so he's caught up with orange nicely there. 40 only for green, so he's kind of behind in the vil count. Teal is 47, 45 for green, 40 for red, 49 for yellow, 54 for purple, and 54 for orange as well. Okay, I like this. Teal has gone to the middle, is protecting this middle with some knights, and he's not making the classic mistake of putting your monastery right there and going for the fast relic collection. Instead, he's just going to bring them right back to his town center, to his base, where they are much safer. And once you have a bunch of them, honestly, now that they took Blast Furnace away from Lithuanians, I think gathering relics is more important than Castle Age. It's more important, because you can get way more attack on your knights, right? In Imperial Age, your opponents with Blast Furnace will just catch up. But in Castle Age, you can be 4 attack ahead again of your opponents. You can have knights with 10 plus 6 attack, which is crazy. And then the next stage, it's just, you know, you don't really get anything. You don't get Blast Furnace. Your opponents get Blast Furnace, so they come back with 2 more attack, right? So you're only 2 attack ahead. That makes sense. I just shouldn't have nerfed my Lithuanian sip. Damn it! It was so much fun having paladins with 18 attack. That was the joy of going paladins with Lithuanians. They're gonna try to break into Red's base. Red still has both of his golds right there, so that problem is not over yet. But the knight numbers for Yellow looking pretty good here. Does have the +2 upgrade. So does Teal. Red's numbers though looking that's not English. Not looking too hot here. Well, they're still perfectly content taking out this archery range, which will definitely hurt Red's production even more. On the other side here, though, Blue still, you know, he wanted to drop a town center on the gold, but I guess he went forward for a town center over here on this gold, which is important because he was about to just ran out of the gold in his own base. So at least he has some gold control for now. He needs to be able to produce more here. Lithuanian player now with, that is 2 relics already for him. So his knights are getting a bit stronger. Gray breaking in, though Teal's not here. Gray is a little bit out of position by himself. He's going to get into a choke point, which is always nice for the archer player. Lots of knights can go down to this already. Lots of these knights are weak as well. And these are Lithuanian knights. They already have plus 3 attack. 1 more than the Sicilian player. Luke Scott says the name of your coins is inspired in a Game of Thrones episode. Actually, no. I just thought I just needed some sort of you know, I kind of try to have a theme with my channel, like everything about hordes of cavalry archers. You know, the prince of the steppes and stuff like that. And I thought something with loot would be nice, and that's why I called it the Spoils of War. But yeah, Game of Thrones, of course, awesome show. At least. The first 6 seasons were amazeballs. I can't remember what the Spoils of War episode was exactly about, because it's been a while since I watched it. For those who haven't watched it, definitely worth the watch. As Teal and Yellow taking a fight here, Yellow's knights are disappearing, but Teal also doesn't have a lot of knights here right now. Gray doesn't have a lot of archers in comparison with Red, unless he brings in his reinforcements. There they are. Never mind, Gray has more archers, he will be fine. Red not so much though. He has done a good job walling behind this though. You know, because you want to make sure that, again, that Gray and Teal cannot make it to your gold there, because that is still really dangerous. On the other side now, Green and Blue still holding, but look at that giant melee archer army. 55 crossbows. He is building archer ranges forward now. Manuel Antonio is not joking around. He's like, we're gonna push you up. Man, Spoils of War is when Jaime Lannister's faces dragon in open battle. Alright, that was an awesome episode. I remember that. That was a really good one. Now, I didn't name it after that, but I might as well have, you know. Might as well have. And then we have, yeah, Green and Blue just kind of falling behind in the numbers here. Much more numbers for Orange. Orange is so confident just standing here by himself. He doesn't really need the support from his body. Nice coincidence. Yeah, that is indeed a coincidence. Oh, but the knights got into the wood line. Red is losing some vills, but yeah, Yellow is spamming in the knights and Lightcap here to try to deal with that. Ooh, but Gray kind of out position here. Teal has to get around here with the knights. 10 plus 6. These are scary knights now. Right now, there is nothing that can kill these knights in melee. Absolutely nothing. I'm pretty sure the Teutonic Knights would still die to Lithuanian Knights with plus 6. Oh, that was almost a good shot. Another good shot. He's taking some good shots here, Orange. Another shot. Okay, repair. Okay, repair. Very good, very good. Orange definitely taking some risks here. He has a great mass, but he could lose that mass at any point. The thing is, though, that Teal and Gray, you know, they're trying to break in here, but Red and Yellow have had some solid defense so far. And oh boy, Purple actually realizing, okay, Orange is fine. I'm just going to send my knights over to the other side and see if I can do some damage there. And that is a lot A lot of knights coming your way now, Teal. Teal's army is at the front. I'm not sure if he spotted that with the monks. Looks like Purple is actually gathering some relics here. So Teal should know that Purple is in a neighborhood there. But oh boy, he's taking out the villagers, building the university here. He's going to try to break in here. One more wall. Okay. Teal walling this out, that's really important because he has some time here to send back his knights. These knights will clear that up because they're super strong. In the meantime, Green trying to take a fight against Orange, but Orange is just bunching up under his town centers. There's just little that that Blue and Green can do right now. They're just off a goal. They can't get out here. They really need Gray and Teal to secure the middle here, which they are doing a good job of for now. Fight now here. Purple losing a bunch of his knights. Yeah, Purple's knights cannot compete with this. He has clicked up to the Imperial Age still, so if he gets the Paladin. But if the Lithuanian player gets the Paladin as well, you know. Those relics are behind walls right now. See, this is why it's so important to bring your relics to your base. I know it's tempting to do this, right? But this monastery could be sniped at any time. You know, you immediately lose your attack bonus, and Lithuanians without the attack bonus are, you know, Lithuanians without Blast Furnace. Like, you literally instantly nerf the civilization if you take away their relics. Like, suddenly, their paladins are absolute trash. Well, I mean, not absolute trash. I think they're still better than Burgundian paladins, because they have bloodlines. But still, you know, you get the point. Blue and Green are clearing this up. Most of the players are going to Imperial Age, but Blue and Green are not, because Green has had to make a lot of knights here to compensate for losing position. And in the meantime, Purple and Orange have had all the gold in the world. They're just waiting for Arbalest right now. Orange is going to get there quite fast as well. But so is Gray and Teal. So we have ourselves an even game. We have ourselves a revolving door game, as I like to call it. What I do like is that Purple is thinking about more middle control here. Might send some more villagers out to mine some more stone, maybe for a castle of sorts. Is still sending some knights out here, but Teal is paying attention to that. So is Gray, so they're going to keep that out. Those knights will be cleared up as well. Looks like Purple has at least 3 relics then. Teal, of course, has 4 because he has the +6 attack. So for now, his knights are very strong. They're stronger than the Sicilian knights, and I think they are the exact counter to Sicilian knights as well. I also like that the yellow has made a lot of light cap. Like, you can definitely raid around with that if you wanted to. Now, Blue is slowly clearing up this forward position. Of course, when you build in the center there, you are downhill, so your buildings take more damage here. It's Arbalest now, however, for Orange. He got there quite fast. He's even getting chemistry as well, which will really make it impossible to engage against these Arbs with knights for now. And but Teal's actually just passing. He's just passing, and Orange saw that obviously because Teal's not making it, not making it a secret. But yeah, Green is here as well with some more knights there, but he gets surrounded by Purple. That is a lot of Purple knights right there too. I think Purple also got the last armor upgrade, which Green does not have yet because he hasn't clicked up to the Imperial Age. Green losing a lot of army there. Teal now here to help as well. Yeah, but he can't fight. He can't fight this. He has to get the last armor upgrade first. Look how many knights. Look how easily those knights die. Yay. It's still, I mean, the fact that Fugick has at least 1 gold mine is why they can still compete in this game. But they need to get something fast. Like Blue is desperate for gold. He's desperate. I think at this point Blue just sent some villagers to the other side. Honestly, mine gold there and use that gold to conquer this side. Because Purple is going to drop a castle here now. It's Arbalest. That town center is not going to get up. Not when Orange is going to delay. Is going to deny that with the Arbalest. There's no siege either, so well, it might get up, but how long will it stay up, right? Okay, well, it will go up. It will go up. But I don't think it's going to... You're not going to be able to mine any gold from this. Right? Because, yeah, look. Purple will just come over here with Cavalier. These Cavalier have almost all the upgrades. He's getting the attack upgrade right now. And you just kill your entire... your town center again. So, no, I don't think they're going to be able to kick a triple AoE off that gold mining field there. Yellow is now sending a giant army of light cav trying to find a way in, and this is a weak spot in the defenses for Fugick. If Yellow goes right there, he can break through these palisade walls quite easily, even though they're cumin palisade walls with the more HP. Look, see, that's what I mean. That monastery went down, quite easily. It's not as big a deal for purple, but he still loses that extra gold, which he will still would want to have. Paladin on the way for the Lithuanian player. He has that will mean he has 20 attack on his. They get +2 more attack, I think, when you get the Paladin upgrade. Gray and Teal are making their way into Yellow's base, and Yellow's making mostly light cap right now. But Yellow is going to make his way into Green's base in the meantime. Oh boy, oh boy, and Green is still not clicked up. Green is still not clicked up. I don't know why though. Look how much food he has. He has 5,800 food and 1,700 gold. Gondar, you can go up to Imp. I will have to quote the great MBL here. Go up to Imp, as he would say. And that would be my best MBL impression, I guess. Not my forte. That woodline literally saving Teal right now because the light cap cannot get in here. Wow, that's lucky. I mean, this palisade wall will go down quite quickly here. And Teal is busy taking a giant fight here against Purple, who swinged over here to save Yellow, because Yellow is kind of dying to this. Paladin upgrade coming in right now. That might mean a difference because Purple does not have Paladin right now. And now it's Paladin. Lithuania Paladin with 4 relics. Let's go. Let's go. But Lithuanian Paladin with no economy in a second, because Yellow is having his revenge. This is going to be the base trade of all base trade. I think Green needs to step it up right now. He needs to send out a lot of light cap. He needs to kill this army fast, because if Teal takes too much damage here, it's going to be difficult for Fugick to push. Like Paraquest last game, he did really great with the Cavalier and light cap spam, but you do need economy. You do need economy, and I think AAAOE learned that from last game. They were like, that is a strong pocket player. We need to nerf him. No one should have missed so many resources in the category A level Friday Faces, Luke Sky. I think the resources will probably go down once he starts spamming more light cap. He has clicked up the Imperial Ace now, so at least stables are up. He's going to be able to spam a lot of units here, so I think the resources will go down a bit there. Market's up already as well. Same, well, I mean, not really for the AAAOE team. They probably feel like they probably can leech off of this gold for a while. Orange still has a really nice position. It's ARP v ARP now. Khmer do get all the upgrades on Archer, so you do get to... do they get all the upgrades, or do they miss one? They might miss an upgrade here or there. Well, we have ourselves an even game. We have ourselves an even game, but Lithuanian Paladins, and Yellow doesn't really have an answer to that. Because he realizes he can go for Hallberg Cavalier. They'd still die to Lithuanian Paladin. Like right now, Purple has to spend Pop to keep Yellow alive, which means he cannot send anything else to the opponent's side. And also, Purple is not making any Paladin. Doesn't really have a lot of gold either, as they find the wood chopping operation from Blue. That's some dead villagers for you right there. Orange is slowly making his way into Blue's base, but Teal and Gray are slowly making their way into Red's base. But Red has rebounded from that rocky start at the beginning. Has 60 Arbalest right there. Missing chemistry though. God darn it. 60 Arbalests are no joke still, and Gray does not have the same number here, but he does have chemistry, so... And it looks like Red is also a bit distracted firing into the Paladins here. I think if Teal engages his two, that Arbalest number is going to drop down quite fast here. But Purple, just the constant raiding here. Orange has made it all the way over here with Arbalest as well. Teal tried to wall this in. Oh my god, this game is... Again, a really good game. I really can't tell who's going to win this. Gray is running through Yellow's economy. Orange is running through Teal's economy. Well, I mean, he is going to lose all his Arbalest here. Wow, okay, the numbers for Green starting to climb here. Human player with the fast production. You get step husbandry if you build a castle, it is. I'm not sure if Green has a castle. You might want to invest in a castle, get step husbandry. It will make your light cavalry produce that much faster. His spam is going to be much better than the Persian spam. Malay player is now getting... Is that forced levy? Nah, right? I'm not sure what the other tag is for Malay. Unique tag. Blue is losing his base fast though. Blue's not going to be able to compete with this. He's also trying to switch into his own Hussars because he knows that Arbalest long term is not really what Khmer are good at. It's having a lot of farms and then spamming Hussars. And now the Hussars are surrounding the Arbalest. Orange losing numbers on all sides. He split up his numbers to try to kill Teal, but he lost that army. And now look at the horde. And we like this in this channel. I love it when people spam units. The flood. And they called it GG. They realized we're going to be pushed off a gold here because Orange will not have the long-term position. We have Paladins. Lithuanian Paladins that no one can compete with. And we cannot kick them off with this gold. And as long as they have gold, they can spam Paladins. The GG is called. We are going to go to a game 3. What an insane set this has been so far. Fugick tying it up with the 1-1. Ah, this is fantastic. I'm loving this. And it looked really good for purple and orange. Purple and orange had such a great position. Like green and blue were definitely in the back foot. But then the insane Hussar spam, man. The insane Hussar spam. Like, that's the thing. People say, oh, Hussars, they die to Arbalest. Yes, but not when you have 60 Arbalest and there's 120 Hussars. They will surround you and kill you. In the end, like, the flood wins. Yeah, I just don't know what to say. And purple, I don't know, ran out of gold for some reason. He wasn't really mining a lot of gold here. I think they were banking on maybe just killing this with Hussars, raiding them. Maybe they realized that they were kind of out, that they weren't going to have the better... they weren't going to be able to compete with Lithuanians in the heavy cavalry because they weren't able to get to the relics there. Maybe that's why purple decided for a Hussar spam. Unfortunately, they were out Hussard as well, and now purple was switching into heavy cavalry, but it was maybe a bit too late there. Now, this might be called an early GG at this level, maybe. It's way, like Fugick was still holding on last game while they were in a similar position. Like, it's not like red and orange were dead. Like, they still had 80 villagers, you know, so... I mean, we're still going to change fast. I mean, like, Gray is just happily walking around, taking a stroll through the back of AAAOE's base. So, let's have a look at the statistics here. What'll be interesting is to see the gold mining for both teams there. Let's see who collected the most gold. Here, look at that. Teal collecting a truck ton of gold there. Same as Gray. They were mining a lot of gold here. Purple, not mining as much gold. Like, you can see the difference. That is Paladin versus no Paladin right there. Of course, orange mining a lot of gold as well. Not so much for red and yellow because they were kicked off of their gold mine quite early there. Ashwanda says, me careo lueto y paraguas para variar. I was carrying them for a change, maybe? Is that what it means? Ashwanda carrying with the Hussar spam. Imagine if he had gotten a castle up with Step Husbandry. That would have been even a greater Hussar spam. I think, what is that? 33% faster production? It's insane. Oh, yeah. Step Lancers, too, by the way. Oh, yes. Step Lancers get produced faster as well. I wonder if that's actually pretty... If that would be good if you get Elite Step Lancer with Step Husbandry and make a lot of them. If you can outspam Paladins, if that would work. We'd have to test that out. And no one really collected stone. I mean, only purple, but I didn't. He did get a castle up there in the center. That definitely helped them hold the left side. But yeah, no one for the Fugick team. They weren't interested in the stone at all. Well, I mean, it's a strategy, right? It is still a risk to go out to the middle, and with all the Hussars that purple and yellow were spamming across the middle. Being in the middle with villagers, probably not the best place to be for Fugick. Let's look at the military count. Great KD for the Lithuanian player. That's what you get when you have relics. This is why it's so much fun. KDs for AAAOE are going to be worse because they were spamming light cap, which, yeah, your KD is not going to be great at that point. But yeah. Look at the timeline. Look, it was really close here, but I think orange losing his massive archers, that was really the deciding factor. Because red and yellow were not going to be able to push. And orange And purple weren't going to be able to push if orange lost his mass, and that's exactly what happened. So that's why they called it GG. In any case, are you ready for a third game? I am, for sure. This is going to be awesome. Wait, did I make it an exclamation mark again? I did, didn't I? There we go. Oops. Yeah. I sometimes I hold shift, don't I? Alrighty. Well, we are going to go to the final game between AAAOE and Fugick. Whoever wins this game wins the set. We have two very strong teams. Let's go. I'm excited and hyped for this. And boom. There we go. Welcome to Pampa. Dragon, if you're out there, it's his favorite map of the tournament for sure. It's kind of this like little running joke we have going on over here. Now, if you have never seen Pampa, I will explain it in a second, but let's first introduce the players. Let's start with the team whose home map this is, AAAOE-A. In the red, we have Carlos Bilardo playing as the Japanese. That was expected, as you will see in a sec. In the yellow, we have Iskov playing as the Burgundians. Again, expected. Very good set on this map as well. We have Poles from Cornet. All right, Poles. Have not seen it on this map yet, so let's see how that works out. And for Manuel Antonio, we have Tatars. Let's see if he can break the curse. I'll explain that in a second as well for people who aren't aware of that. On the other side, we have Loeto going for Koreans. I like that defensive civ. We have Slavs for El Paragas Conueco. A very good civ as well. We got Portuguese on as the pocket now for Suri. That could be very good as well. And then we have Byzantines here in the blue to compete over water for Chanchilaru. Awesome. Now, let's talk about the map, shall we? So this is Pampa, a very diverse map, as you can see on the mini-map, the colors changing a bit. On the right, and it's always on the right, there is a pool between red and blue, a pool of fish that you can fish in, fight over. It is not big enough for galleys, so you need to have fire galleys in order to really compete on this. Vikings would definitely not work on this map, on this position, just saying. But yeah. Japanese, of course, very strong in this position because the fishing ships are very tanky. But Byzantines do have, long-term, the better fire ships. Now, in the middle, you have Atacama-style woodlines. The woodlines can generate randomly and can, generate in any sort of way. Sometimes they generate in a really nice wall-like shape, which, seems to have been the case here. Yeah, if you wall right there, this woodline runs all the way to here, which is pretty good. I've even seen a woodline that generated across the middle, effectively splitting the map in two, which definitely led to a more boomy game for back then. And oh boy, Fugick is at it again. They were looking around with the scouts, and that villager has no loom, has no business to be there. And the worst part for Red is, he'll probably get housed now. Yeah, he has to build another house now. He might get housed there in a sec. Oh no, actually it's only 13 pop. He's fine. Never mind. Oh yeah, because he lost a villager. Of course. You'd have known. What else do we have to talk about? Oh yeah, right. There's some wood lines. Very small clumps of wood all spread out across the map. On the other side, we have the Pampas, which are, very hilly, which is why people keep picking Tatars on this map. Luke says, I think Fugick should have used Portuguese in Kanagawa and leave Khmer for this map. Yeah, I could see that. I expected Portuguese. I expected Portuguese on Kanagawa, and I thought Khmer probably for this map. So we'll see. I mean, it ended up working out for them. Suri misclicked. Oh, that's what you were saying. It was a mispick. Oh, so you didn't mean to pick Khmer then. Oh, okay. So we have Portuguese in this game because the misclick. Oh, that makes sense. I mean, it ended up working out. But yeah, Portuguese, I was already confused. Like, Khmer is the flank, right? Because Portuguese, of course, are way better flank because they're more of an archer ship than Khmer are. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so, well, yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. Okay, well, let's continue our talk here. Now, why I say that the Tatars are cursed is because in theory, They should be awesome on this map, right? Look at the hills. So many positions to take with your cavalry archers and archers to use that hill bonus that you get, that extra hill bonus with the Tatars. Less damage taken as well. But in practice, the Tatars have lost every single game on this map. Every single one. I have not seen Tatars win on this map a single time. I've only seen them get to cavalry archers once, actually. And they still lost that match as well. I don't know. I call it the curse of the Tatars. It really is. So let's see if AAAOE can break that curse and make Tatars work on this map. They are up against Koreans, which are the better foot archer civ, I would say. But of course, cavalry archers is much better for Tatars. Unless it's war wagons versus cavalry archers, then it's... Well, in a fight, you'd prefer war wagons with the mass and the HP. But cavalry archers can always run away and just take any fight they want, so, you know. Any case, now, I think Portuguese, though, are an underrated pocket civ. They are not the best pocket civ, but Portuguese have cheaper knights. Because they're not... Every gold unit is discounted, so you can actually make a lot more knights. You know, it's kind of like the Berber discount, except, you know, Berbers also get a discount on the food cost, which is why the Berber spam is much better than the Portuguese spam. But that also means you have to have less gold... and you can make less villagers on gold, I mean, get more vills on farms, and get more knights out. So it's not like Portuguese are a terrible pocket civ altogether. But in the late game, they do drop off a bit, not getting Paladin for one. Which, nor do Khmer, but Khmer have the better food economy. Now, Green has spotted the villagers on wood here. Red could have even put these villas in a little, secluded place there, but yeah, that... I mean, when archers show up to the back of the wood line, that doesn't really help you. Both players are on water. Let's see how much they're going to compete for water, because the player that wins water will have the better castle time with the fish. They are both going up quite late, though, so they might just both go fast castle here. Looks like it, actually. I mean, red is red on gold? He is on gold. So is blue, so they... Wait, blue's not on gold. No fast castle then for Chancilaro, I'd say. He doesn't have the gold for that, so I guess he's just going to go up late and is going to... Yeah, he's going to compete for water. Should still go to gold, though, because fire ships cost gold as well. Wait, what? Orange! Why are we chopping wood out here? That has got to be the worst wood line I have ever seen in my life. And I'm not just saying that to be mean to orange, but look at it. It is almost closer to gray than it is to orange, and it is downhill. So if archers stand on the hill here, they do so much damage to these villagers. And there's a big chance there's a hole here somewhere. I can't see it right now, but we will find it. Or at least the enemy will find it. And Teal is going to see this, and he's going to be like, wait, what? Wait, he's taking wood out here? Why aren't we going closer here? Like, I don't know, maybe there, or maybe just hidden in the wood, or something. Even sent vills over to purple. I don't know. But this wood line. Well, you know where the archers from gray are going to go. Yeah, and there they come. I mean, right? Right? I mean, am I being insane here? Like, of course the archers are going to go there. Lueta's going to be like, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, well, pressure right there. And guess what? It's going to be really difficult for Orange to reinforce that because it's so far away from his base. Well, it looks like Red is not going to go up fast castle. He's also competing on water, but it is 1 dock versus 2. So he might lose out on this. He's also making archers, so he's actually switching it to land already. So I don't think that Carlos is going to compete for water too long here. I don't think that was the plan. Okay, purple did show up with some scouts there to protect the economy. Yeah, this wood economy is horrendous, though. It's horrendous. But enough scouts here, enough archers here, I think, to push this army away. And now they're also cut off from their retreating line, so they kind of have to push forward now, which is fine by Teal. Teal will just pounce on these scouts, and then they can pounce on these archers, so I think they will be happy with that. Okay, Red lost his fire ships. He's not making any... He's making one more. I think at this point, maybe demoing the ships, fishing ships, would be worth it. Like, if you're not going to go for water, if you're going to go to land, which Blue just realized he's dropping a tower on his gold, because he is not making any land economy. Military, I mean. Purple still chasing that. The archers make it to Orange's base, though. Orange did not know where these archers are, and now he's surprised by them. His archers are forward, are running away from scouts here. Purple is not doing anything, and now Orange has to abandon that gold he was taking, which he thought was safe. It's going to hurt his arch production, and oh boy, that wood line is unsafe now too. Blue's wood line is much safer here. It's close to green, so green can reinforce that with some scouts there. Made a lot of scouts as well. No villager going down. Very nice. And now the archers for red are going to get killed by this scout army, unless, well, green backs up because he doesn't want to lose all his scouts there to the spearmen. Red's still holding on water, but has only one fishing ship left. You know, he's not going to be able to fish a lot. So I think at this point, yeah, just demo the fish, right? Just keep a demo there, wait until they're all here four together, and then just demo all of them. I think that'd be worth it. Gray right now buying a lot of time here. Orange is going to go out to the front here for a mining camp and just dropping a market. And you can see Tatar, the lowest score as well. It's just Tatar, they don't have a lot of eco bonuses. You know, the sheep, and that's about it. Purple is trying to pounce on this army, but the good micro here from Gray is trying to snipe that. Scout does get the scout, but archers are going to start going down here. These scouts have armor as well, but still great micro from Gray though to kill two of these scouts. It might get a third. No, I don't think so. Purple is going to move that away. That is going to go down, and that will be the end of that army for Gray, but I think it got its value. Okay, Blue is not here to help with military, so Red has made some spearmen, and that means that Green cannot engage this. There's more scouts now as well, so Green losing some vills on the wood line. These wood lines are only as safe as you can keep archers away from them, and Blue is basically, you know, it's one water, right? But Red has said, nah, man, we'll just go to the gas slaves. We'll just go to the land economy. That's where it's won. Well, Red will not be able to click up anytime soon here. He still doesn't have the food, and he doesn't have the fish now. Green, of course, losing most of his scouts to those spearmen there, so that's not the fight he wanted to take. He will have to abandon this wood line for now. Probably take wood over there. Let's see what else is going on right now. Well, they'll try to break in here, but there's no vills there anymore. Red has given up on water, but again, I think demoing the fishing ships would be the play here. Just send out one demo. These are not Japanese fishing ships. Just boom, and they're dead, right? Because then at the very least, Blue will have to reproduce them. It will still slow down his castle time, because it's all good for you. Deal over there with some scouts, but that means that Purple can just run amok in his economy. There's only one spearman to defend this, and no, that sucks. Ah, crap, that sucks ass. Teal wanted to reinforce on the left, so the scout popped out on the left. And, ooh, the quick walls. The wood line for now is safe. Yeah, that scout can't help unless you delete the stable, which is, you don't want to do that. Spearman now coming out for Teal. Yeah, so he will deal with these scouts. Purple will have to run away, saving his wood line. Very nice stuff. And now Blue, whose wood line looked good a second ago, is using some stone walls here, which is good. He has been on stone, evidently. Or not. Just using a stone. There you go. He's going to stonewall the back as well. Like, Blue really does not want to lose this wood line. But no, the tower doesn't go up. Because Red is here to deny it. Another villager is going to go down here. Yeah, there it goes. Another vill going down. And the tower is still not up. It's on 95%. It's so annoying. And Yellow is going to make his way into the wood line too if the stone walls aren't up. Blue and Green, even though Blue has the fish, you know, and that could save him, right? That could definitely save him. Even though Blue does not have the fish here, he is still, you know, kind of on the back foot. Lost a bunch of vills there. His wood economy is precarious, to say the least. You know, this is the other wood economy he has. You know, weirdest thing, Orange's wood economy has been fine this game. I thought it would have been worse, but Gray and Teal have not been able to really punish that so much. Teal has been forced to send over Pop to the right as well. And now that is a scary looking archer number. And there's going to be crossbows in just a second here. I like Orange is not making the classic mistake of, oh, I'm Tatars, I'm going to go for cavalry archers. instead starts with crossbows first. That is smarter, right? Because you can actually make those infiltrates, or at least the archers, upgrade them. You get thumb ring for free. You push forward with your stronger crossbows. Try to do some damage here to the Korean player, who will not have thumb ring at the start of the castle age unless he gets it, which is an expensive upgrade for sure. More knights for purple as well. This is the moment for purple and orange. This is the moment. I know orange's economy is could be better, of course. He's quite behind in the vil count here. Purple should back off here, though. That's a lot of crossbows as well for the Korean player. But the Tatar player is dangerous when they have the hill. The Tatar player is dangerous when he has the hill. Oh yeah. Definitely not underestimate that that bonus that they get. It's really strong. What's also dangerous is the position that blue is in, because blue is not walled whatsoever. I mean, he didn't try his wall here, but that doesn't count. But the archers are gonna make it into the wood line, and there's nothing to protect it here. Oh no! Blue. Okay, he realized. One vil down, two vil down. At least the third one is gonna go down here. Maybe even a fourth one. A fourth one will go down. Or villages down. Really good stuff. Blue is down to 35 vils, and that includes fishing ships, I'm pretty sure. Or not. Yeah, it does. It does include fishing ships. Well, I mean, he has water again. So again, he doesn't have to invest in farms. He shouldn't invest in farms. He should just add fish, use fish traps and stuff like that if the fish runs out. Like, the player that wins water there should never make farms, or at least not a lot early on. Like, focus on army right now. And blue is switching into land military here. Okay, orange is now getting ballistics. These crossbows will be pretty much fully upgraded for the castle age, except the armor upgrade. And gray has wisely kept his archers back home. He knows that as long as he keeps that mass alive, even if orange shows up with cavalry archers, gray will be fine. Gray's been walling. He's now stonewalling parts of his base as well. He might have actually continued to stonewall over there. I think that would be a wise move. Because they know that red and yellow are in an excellent position here to push. They have the better position, I'd say. And also, this is why people like Burgundians. Their economy is good, and their stable technology is cheaper. And you can, of course, get Cavalier in the Castle Age, which is, of course, pretty sweet. It does give you, it basically gives you +2 attack. And Bloodlines, kind of. I mean, it technically gives you Bloodlines because it gives you 120 HP, but of course you fall behind in the Imperial Age. As green takes a horrendous fight over there. But teal is now over here as well. Which of course gives them the numbers here to push this back. And yellow and red are backing up a bit. But the thing is, if teal's over there, he is not at his own base. He's not at his own side. Which means that if purple and orange decide to push forward, gray is on his own. And then you're kind of in a pickle there. You're kind of like, where do I go? If I go to the left and leave green alone, then blue might die. And if I go to the right and leave gray alone, then gray might die. So it's just, there's no good option really if you're in that situation as the flank, the pocket, I mean. Especially, I must say, that is the thing where what I hate the most about playing pocket in 3v3s, is that you have two flank players, and you have to kind of show up for both at the same time, but you can't reinforce both at the same time. Teal now taking a fight here against these crossbows, which were kind of out of position for red. Red doing a good job microing here. Kills 3 knights here and only loses 2 crossbows. That is definitely a good trade. We'll take that. Might actually clear up these knights here. There's just not enough to clear this up. And now, AAAOE, they are here. They are here to do the damage to gray. Might this be the moment when the Tatar player might switch into cavalry archers? Because if you can get a lead right now, he has the hill too, by the way. This is a little hill right there. See, it's a little hill. Tatar player has the hill. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I would never back away from this hill. Purple's going to stream in some more knights here. Orange is still reinforcing over there. In the meantime, we have a fight between some remnants of the army for teal and yellow. And yellow is here with Cavalier. And I'm just not seeing a lot of numbers for green. Definitely outnumbered there. The archer numbers for red look much better. And now green is on the other side of the wood line. He can't easily get to blue there. He can't get through here. And now blue has to back off again because he cannot let himself get surrounded. Because if that happens, they're going to be in trouble on this side. And when that happens on both sides, as gray wanted to drop a castle, but that is denied so far, the Tatar player confidently pushing in here. Losing a lot of crossbows there. That's a lot of crossbows that have gone down for orange in the last few seconds. He's still making crossbows, so he's still continuing with that. We have a fight now between purple and teal. Gray is finishing his castle. I think they're going to push them right back. I think that the Tatar player went in a bit too far there. Purple and orange will have to back up here. The castle goes up, and gray is fine for now. I don't think he took too much damage there. Now it's still on 75 villagers. He is fine. Orange now backing away. I think he just cancelled the crossbows. I think we're going to get cavalry archers now. But the question is, did you do enough damage? Did you get enough of a lead? No, actually more crossbows. Never mind then. But blue in the meantime is dying to the combined army of yellow and red. Whoa. Blue can't fight this on his own. There's no way. There's too much. Green finally made it around the wood line to reinforce, but is it too late? So many villagers are dying, and I know you have to fish, but there's only so much that fish can do. There's only so much that fish can do, and now there's little crossbows here to support this. Green now has to shield this on his own. More villagers going down. The vill count for blue is 29 villagers. He is in a similar situation as he was in the first game. Luckily, this time Gray is not in that situation, so at least there's hope. There's hope here. Gray and teal can still maybe push this. Again, Tatars are cursed. They really are. Completely cursed. Absolutely cursed. Unless, of course, AAAOE wins this game now with the help of the Tatars, and in that case, the curse will be broken. It'll be a grand moment for us. Because in 5 weeks, I haven't seen Tatars perform well. I really want to see that changed. But then Orange is sticking with crossbows, which is not really the Tatar thing, right? Like, in the long term, you don't want to stick with crossbows with Tatars, because you can't really upgrade them in Imperial Age. You don't get Arbalest, I think. You kind of have to go into Cavalry Archers anyways. As Gray is continuing the castles here, he's putting a beautiful castle up on the wood line and the gold there. That is a really nice defensive castle. Will control this passage. It will control this passage. Very nice. Well, blue is still trying. The thing is, though, now you know, the fish is about to run out as well. Now you don't really have the economy to make fish traps. You need to get that food economy rolling. This food economy is very inefficient, so his Imperial Age time is not going to be that great after all. It's actually Red who is going to go up first, because Red just expanded with farms. Like, why not, right? You don't need fish. Fish is nice. It's a cheap source of food, but it's not the only source of food. And Teal, again, see, this is what I mean. Teal sent his knights over to the other side because they realized we're dying on this side. But now there's nothing here to save Gray, and Gray has to back up to his castles. He has a castle this time, though, so it's better. So let's see if the combined armies of Green and Teal can maybe clear this up. And, oh no, Yellow and Red are smart enough to realize, let's not let them kill us. We're just going to wait for the Arbalest upgrade, and then suddenly that combined army isn't scary anymore. Oh, man. Gonna make cavalry archers though. I want to see cavalry archers. Come on, Orange. Still making crossbows. You can't upgrade these, man. But maybe they just want to end this game faster because, again, Teal's army is not here, and now you have 60 knights. Well, yeah, almost 69 in your economy here. Teal is now forced to send his knight numbers back, which is not the same number of knights at all. Slab farmers going down, great. Wood lumberjacks going down. And purple will be happy to just run away again, and just a nice raid, and it'll back up again. Orange is on the way to Imperial Age as well. Has a nice number of crossbows that he can use right now. This is just so difficult for Fugick here. But Green, realizing, okay, we can't fight on the front. Maybe, we can go find a way into their economy in the back here. If Purple is paying attention to this, he is paying attention to this. He saw it. Green realized it too. He knows that Purple will spot that. If you wonder why does Purple have so many knights, that's because he pulls and he has gotten Schlachta privileges. Polish knights are cheaper on the gold. They only cost 30 gold. They are literally trash knights. That's why you can make so many of them. And Green trying to match that. I know Portuguese, they get that gold discount, but it's just not the same. The gold discount for the Poles is much stronger. And Green is not at the Imperial Age yet. Neither is Teal, so they have to wait a sec here. It's Arbalest now. It will be Paladin soon for Yellow, and that is a problem. Neither civilization for Fugick gets Paladin. Neither civ gets it. Slavs don't get Paladin. They need to kind of go into Boyars if they really want a heavy cavalry that can compete in the late game. Green doesn't get Paladin as well because he's Portuguese and they just don't get it. Pretty sure. So then suddenly, now it's the complete opposite world of last game. Now we have a cavalry civ on the side of AAAOE that have the best heavy cavalry in the game. And also very cheap heavy cavalry. They will be able to spam this for days, that's for sure. Look at the queue for the Polish player, look at that. That's 7 stables producing cavaliers at the same time. Has the economy to do it as well. Like, the boom... Actually, it's not that strong of a boom for purple, though. He's only on 88 vils. Like, if you compare that to, say, Teal, he has 124. That's like 30 more vils right there. And Teal now taking the fight. It's Arbalest for Grey. Arbalest do very well against Polish Knights, because Polish Knights lack that final armor upgrade. Orange is losing a lot of numbers here. Teal, with the production, rammed it up. Fighting before upgrades, though. Maybe should run away from this fight, try to kill the crossbows as good as he can. And Grey is sniping crossbow after crossbow. Purple is winning the fight over here because it's still Cavalier versus Knights. Castellate's Knight. The upgrade for Teal are about to kick in here. But the armies for Purple and Orange are kind of dead there. Is this the moment that Teal and Grey have been waiting for to push back across the map? They have to do it soon, because on the other side, another battle is set to happen here, and it's going to be even more disastrous for Fugick, I'm afraid, because Green doesn't even have the upgrades going right now. It's going to be 2 minutes before he gets Cavalier. The Cavalier are here now, and they will be Paladin in about a minute. Second armor upgrade coming in right now. Arbalest are in here as well. Green is going to die to this big time. Big time. Makes it to Imp now, but just... so much is dying already. You can't fight this. And Green knows that he just has to back up. He has to yield this space. So much farming economy going down just there. And even if Grey, as Orange is now finally switching into cavalry archers, even if Grey is finally pushing, if Teal is finally, well, could maybe push, but actually Teal probably has to send Pop over here to address this. Now you have Cavalier, soon to be Paladin in your economy. And Yellow is hunting this down. He wants to fight. He wants to fight this. The upgrades for Green are still like 30 seconds away. He's trying to delay the inevitable, but the thing is the Arbalists are here as well. So even if you get the upgrades, even then, I don't think this is going to be the best fight. Blue is desperately trying to stonewall this to try to keep this out. And here's the fight. Here is the fight. This is the only fight they can take. Paladin is coming in here. Paladin much stronger, I'd say, than the Cavalier, obviously. Arbalists are still here behind this, sniping all the Slav heavy cavalry. The Paladin are just shredding. The Paladin are shredding. Green's army is dead. Teal cannot reinforce this. What do you do against this at this point? What do you do? Blue is completely dead, pretty much. Green is pretty dead at this point. And Teal and Green will die to this as well. And they realize it. They realize after this fight there is no coming back. They call the GGWP. And there we go. The GG is called. What a series this has been. I'm going to update the scoreboard here before we start talking about it. After this GG, AAAOE does take this game 2-1, does stop the reverse sweep from Fugick. It was a valiant effort from Fugick to come back in the second game, but on the home map, AAAOE showed up with the better civs. I mean, misclicks aside, I still think Burgundians would have been better than Khmer as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. It was such a strong performance from both teams. But I think Blue just took too much damage here. I think Green and Blue took too much damage in the early game from Red and Yellow. And Red just, you know, they were like, yeah, fish is nice. I just need some fish to get up the feudal age, really. I don't really care about fish. And just switched it into land economy. And you saw early on how much damage was being was dealt out in the feudal age already. And that never really got better for Blue and Yellow. And look at Blue's base. Blue's base is complete wasteland. Maybe if he had, you know, going for fish, maybe going for some more walling at the start would definitely help that strat, because if you're not going to make a lot of land military, I think you need walls, like wall that, wall the wood lines, delay red and yellow from getting in, so you can get the castle lead first with your fish, and you'll be all happy. On the other side, I have no complaints about gray and teal. Gray and teal did a great job with what they had. Teal definitely, I think they would have pushed this back earlier if teal didn't have to go to the right to support all the time. That takes a lot of time with your knights. Chanchilara says, oh no, Chanchilara says, I lost 3 bills in the Dark Age against a board that was raised by the devil himself. Oh no, that sucks. Is this the boar? Oh my god. Okay, well that explains why you were a bit behind in the vill count there. Oh, that's rough. That must have been one of those iron boars, huh? Iron boars, for those who don't know, have way more HP, are really tough to kill. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be up against the iron boar by yourself. Oh man. I must say again, I mean, at least the team with Tatars won this time. But I still wouldn't really say that it was because the Tatars, right? Like, the Tatars, in the end, still were defending. They would still have been destroyed here if teal and gray could have focused fully on the push. So, honestly, I still would say the Tatar curse stands. It stands. Although, I must say, of all the Tatar players, Manuel Antonio has played it the best. Like, they were in here with the crossbows. They got pretty far, just taking some 2 bad fights here. This fight was not that great, and this fight was horrendous for them. So, you know, still not the best, but definitely, well, actually the best, I'd say, from the Tatar players. But, I mean, it still doesn't lead to a push. Luckily for them, red and yellow were taking care of that on the other side. So, in the end, it didn't matter. Alright, that would be my analysis of the game. I mean, there's not a lot that I can really say, because both teams played so well, didn't make that many mistakes, I'd say. This has just been such a great series. Really happy to be able to cast all of this. Look at the KD here. Yeah, red with a great KD. Got to every upgrade first, you know, crossbow, then arbalest, and that definitely translates in a great KD. And look, for blue, you're just always behind in numbers, in military, you're out-tacked, and you can't take good fights, even if you tried. And the same for green. And of course, Portuguese, again, they're not the best pocket civ. They have cheaper knights, but that's about it, as far as their bonuses go. The early game for Portuguese is definitely the roughest. So yeah, that was probably a misclick. I honestly believe that. I really do. I think Khmer would probably have done a bit better with the knight production. Overall, economy being a bit better, I'd say, but nevertheless. Oof, let's look at the economies here. Great economy for the Slav player there. Look at that, 24,000 food. Followed closely by the Poles with their full war economy. Burgundians with great economy as well here. Actually pretty close to the Slav economy. Very good stuff. Like the slinging going on here just to support a bit. Yeah, green definitely needed it. Good economy here for the Portuguese as well, I'd say. Society, the booms, yeah, again, Fugick, they had good booms. I mean, blue was kind of behind there, obviously, but for the rest, the boom, if this had been an even game, right, blue not being that, not being that behind at the start, again, I think just the economy, the macro for Fugick overall, is sometimes a bit better here. Like, if you compare purple here with teal, like, that's a 40 villager difference. That is significant. Yellow and green being close together. Booms for Carlos has been good this series as well, but so has the boom for Lueto. So looking at the timeline, this is the hallmark of an even game, when the line is virtually straight, right? Only at the end did it really start to go down here. And look at that Polish spam. My god, that's a lot of cavalry. Like that privilege OP, man. It really is.